Hey guys, notice anything different? And so I wanted a change, and it's totally appropriate today, because today I bring you Taylor Swift's look from the Billboard Music Awards, and I just thought this was such a pretty look. And no, I did not get the bangs for that purpose. I wanted a change, and then right after I got home I was like, I've been wanting to do this look anyway, and I'm like, well, I wasn't planning on filming, but let's do it. So here it is, super bold. It's like this really interesting, the way she did like all the shaping, or her makeup artist or whoever, was so interesting, which is why I really wanted to do it. And I noticed it was navy, not black, which I think is awesome because I love the way navies look on my eyes. So yeah, here it is with the bold pink lip, and I am using all drugstore products today, mostly L'Oreal, because L'Oreal had most of what I needed for this. So yeah, just a really nice, cheap way to do this fun look. I think it's really fun, and if you still have prom, because my prom was in June, but most people's are earlier. If you still have prom and you want to be bold, like maybe you're a little bit of an edgy girl, which is awesome, I think this could be really fun with, like, as long as your dress isn't too bold. So, yeah, if you want to see how to get this fun look, how to do the bangs, not included, then please stay tuned. Okay, first things first, you just want like a nude wash over your lids. So I just used my Maybelline Paint Pot or Color Tattoo in Barely Beige. They don't make this one anymore, but there's also Barely branded, any of the MAC ones. Just a nude. You could even use Urban Decay Primer Potion. It's not incredibly important. The lid in general is not super important for this look. And also because she has bangs, you can't really see her lids that much anyway. And obviously, seeing this eyeliner, they're not the focal point at all. So I just took a shimmery white because I wanted to kind of brighten up those eyes since we're going to be using so much dark. So I just took this e.l.f. mineral eyeshadow in, I can't remember, Angelic. It's really beautiful, really cheap, so just a nice option. It's a nice thing to have around. You could just take a pressed powder, or any like whitish color is good. Now for the crease, my color didn't pull as warm as I quite wanted to, but I took my Covergirl, perfect because she's Covergirl spokesperson, and yet I'm using mostly L'Oreal in this look. This is their eyeshadow quad in Goldmine, and I just took that color right here first, this like peachy brown, ran that through the crease. It wasn't quite as warm as I wanted, so after I built that up a little, I took a tiny bit of this dark one, which is quite warm, just a little bit, and built that through the crease. You don't want anything dark though, so be careful. This didn't work quite as well as I wanted, but it, like I said, it's not too important. So just kind of warm up that crease a little. Again, you're using a lot of cool tones, so it's nice to have a little warmth. It's like your lid's basically to balance out what you're doing elsewhere a little bit. And now we're done with the boring stuff. Let's move on to the fun part. Well, I guess there's one more boring step, which is just to take a champagne liner on your waterline. You can skip the step if your eyes aren't too red. Mine are kind of red today because especially after I do the rest of the liner, it gets a little redder, so I like having this on. This is just the Rimmel Scandaleyes in Nude, and I just ran that through the waterline to neutralize and brighten that a little. You can also take a silver. For a while I thought she was wearing silver, but I don't really think she is now that I look at it more, so yeah. And now everything else we're using is L'Oreal. So I'm taking, first, I wanted to do my waterlines first just to get that out of the way. So this is the L'Oreal Laquer liner in navy. It's a really dark navy, so it pulls a little black, but it will still clearly be navy, I think. So I did was I just took that on. You can take the brush that comes with it. It works well too. In fact, I think it scratches your eye a little less than the one I did end up using, so there's that. But this is the e.l.f. Professional Concealer Brush, which is good shape for eyeliner, I think. So I just dipped that in there, ran that through my whole tight line into the inner corner, because she does have stuff in the inner corner, and I wanted to go ahead and get that started. And then I also put that on the outer bit here, because her look's interesting. You can tell there's no stuff on the waterline in the inner part, but it looks like there is on the outer part. So I just took that out of the outer part and kind of used my fingers to smudge it slightly inwards and then also downwards to be a base for the color we're putting down there. Ooh, and that is all I did with that eyeliner. It's going to take a little while because you want to get a nice coat and obviously not scratch your eyes too much, but you know, do what you need to do. You can also take a pencil liner. I wanted this because I wanted it to be super intense, and pencil liners don't always pull that way when they're on the waterline. Next thing I'm taking is an Infallible eyeshadow in Midnight Blue. It's a super dark navy, but you can see it's got some royal blue shimmer, so it really brightens up the eyes, and it's really clearly navy, not black. And I just like to take a really dense angled brush. I find with these you need a dense brush if you're going to use them because they really don't pick up otherwise. Packed a little bit of that on and started working on the lower bit. First I just went through like where the lashes are. I'm going to put some in the inner pit later, but I kind of wanted to skip that for now. So I took that and got a pretty generous bit and just wiped that through there, making sure not to get it on too far towards the eye on this inner part because like I said, that's a little brighter. Did the same over here. Next, just take a clean pencil brush and smudge that out because you want it to be very soft and kind of blended out just a little, not too much, but a little. I forgot to mention when I do my outer corner, I do kind of start to do a wing a little bit because it does meet up with your black, which is clearly black on the top and blue on the bottom, but the way they meet from a distance, you can't tell it's different colors. So I took my black L'Oreal Carbon Black Lineur Intense Felt Tip liquid eyeliner, such a long name. Mine's actually drying out, so it's not as black as it once was, just so you know. It's going to be blacker if you get it fresh. I need a new one, but I'm cheap and have no money, so there's that. And so I just went ahead and took that and did a pretty generous coat because you really can't see the lid, like I said, with the bangs and that. So a thick coat all the way in the inner corner and then a nice, pretty large wing. You can see mine aren't even. I'm not very good at liner, but do the best you can. Obviously, it's gonna get the same effect once you put mascara on, so keep that in mind. And make sure you get it all filled in, no spaces, all the way to the inner corner. And the way it is it just gets thicker as it goes out. So take your time. It took me quite a while to do this because I struggle with it, so I have to take a while. But do whatever amount of time you need. This is a key part of your look, so do it well. Now the last step for mascara is I'm just going to take my navy one again and go in, I went right along the lash line just to intensify it right there, and then took it all the way into the inner corner to meet up with all that liner there. So yeah, and then I didn't blend that at all. I kind of wanted the intensity there. Next, you want a really bold mascara. She's probably wearing falsies, but this mascara gives me really bold lashes anyway, and I don't really like to wear falsies if I can help it. So I'm just taking my L'Oreal Voluminous Full Definition in Blackest Black, and I took my time with this, same with the liner, just to get it really well, right up against the mirror because you don't want to mess your stuff up, obviously, because it's pretty hard. You don't want to redo it. So I just got a nice generous coat on the top and bottom because you're wearing a lot of eyeliner down there. You can go ahead and go crazy. Hog wild. Do it. And then I just went through with my brush after I kind of had taken all the mascara off and just wiggle it through the top again to make sure they were nice and defined and all that. And as black as possible. And that is all for guys. Finally. For cheeks, you don't really want a blush on. You might want a nude blush if you have one. I just did my bronzer, which I already was wearing, so yeah. And then the last step is this fun pink lip. I have the perfect color. It's a Milani lipstick, so nice and cheap. Well, they're new ones. It's Raspberry Rush. You can see it's like a magenta with like a shimmer in it, which is nice because her lips are not glossy, but they have a sheen. And so this gives you a nice berry pink kind of color with a nice sheen, and it's actually a really good dupe. I'm pretty proud of myself, and I didn't buy it. I already had it. So, well, I did buy it, but not for this look specifically. So I was really happy about that. And I'm really happy that I could find drugstore dupes for all of this for you guys. And that is it. So, yeah. Okay, so that is the finished T-Swift inspired look. I hope you guys liked this, found it helpful. It's a pretty difficult look to achieve, but at the same time it's kind of messy, so if you mess it up a little, it might add to it. You still want a very defined shape, but it's such dark colors all around that if you mess it up a little, you can kind of adjust based on what your other stuff will look like. And my eyes aren't even completely. It's another advantage of bangs. It kind of covers that up, as well as my horrible eyebrows. So yeah, there you go. But hope you guys enjoy this. As far as the bangs, I'm addressing them because I know they probably don't look that good. I just really wanted something different. I didn't want to dye it. I didn't really want to go super short, so I just had to do bangs, and I figured they're not going to last that long. I'm pretty positive they'll be gone pretty soon because I don't really know that I'm probably going to be bored of them quick. It's just a temporary thing, then I'll grow them out. So let me know what you think of them, I guess. I think it's kind of fun and different, but I'm not going to keep them forever. Don't worry about it. So, yeah. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Like it if you did, and subscribe to see more. As I've said every video recently, I do have a video every other day of summer. So stay tuned. Celebrity Looks one rotation, and then the next one's just whatever. So, yeah, so next time will be whatever. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it a lot. And yeah, have a great day. Bye.